All right, gentlemen, I have the almighty fucking Eagle Industries B-Tap, or B-Tap meaning beaver tail salt pack. This bag is without a doubt one of my most prized possessions. I've been through so many fucking rotations with this bag, training events, you name it. I've done it with this bag. This is super fucking versatile, and I'm going to go get into it here in a second. But I just want to say a shout out to my buddy Brown. He's the one who actually bought this for me when I was a private, and I've used it ever since. So I'm going to do a super quick overview, and I'm going to talk about my experience with the bag. So starting from the back of the bag, or as the front, maybe however you want to look at it. The bag has a row or 2 rows of MOLLE, right? So you could attach it to the back of a plate carrier if you wanted to. It's got your pretty standard shoulder straps. Sometimes they have like a chest buckle. I got mine used, so I didn't come with one. But to be honest, I've never fucking really used chest buckles with assault packs. Unless that's your thing, then I guess make sure you get a new one. But the shoulder straps are comfy. I mean, they're padded, but not too padded to where they become excessively bulky. I find that with a lot of sometimes rucks and assault packs, sometimes they have too much padding and it becomes problematic. If you hear my daughter screaming in the background, I apologize. But moving to the side, we've got some like M4 magazine size pouches. All right, you can fit, I want to say 2 magazines per pouch, or 1 water bottle if that's your thing. You can fit also 4 Capri Suns if you really fucking pack them in there. Ask me how I know. I'm a Capri Sun enjoyer, so I need them. But you're gonna find that on both sides. And on the back of the ruck, or excuse me, the assault pack, you have a small, kind of like a GP pouch. All right. And inside this GP pouch is nothing. It's just an empty pouch. All right. But this is all made of a super durable fucking canvas, by the way. It's not like some shitty, super thin Condor. Like, I know a lot of the modern companies are starting to make bags, laser cut MOLLE and like all this stuff. And the material is very thin, very fragile. This shit is very fucking durable. I've thrown this bag, all over the place inside of strikers and stuff. I broke brush with this bag more times than I could fucking care to remember. I've never ripped it ever. It's amazing. And that's under pretty solid weight too. But you've got these little like MOLLE straps here. Some dudes put chem lights here. I've never really put anything here. It's just not, I don't really see a use for them. But Velcro for your call signs or flags or fucking morale patches. And then in here you have another separate little pouch, which I think it's got some name tapes in here. Fucking bullshitter name tapes. I used to put hand warmers in here. It's pretty low profile, and then miniature gummy bear bags. But so aside from that, the top section has 4 buckles, right? And this is where like the beaver tail, right? This thing here kind of comes into play. Once you undo those buckles, you can send the bag up, and you have this inner net section. So right now it's kind of compact at the bottom. To open it up even more, you go to the bottom of the bag, and there's 2 more buckles. All right, boom, holy fucking ball sacks. Look how much room that is. Jesus Christ. You could fit every gun in New York in this bag. All right, so we got some more of these useless ass loops here. I guess you could do like D-rings or tie downs, or maybe some dude out here who's a super fucking who like knows of something that's supposed to go there. I don't know. I'm just some random nerd, but you can put helmets in here, and I've got one here. I can show you. I never really did it. I think maybe I did it once, but your helmet will fit in there. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend putting in there with your knots, but you know, even if you had to, I guess it would work. But that's, you know, fucking pretty easy, and then you just buckle it in. So that's pretty cool. You know, maybe you're wanting to store your helmet in there, that works. But aside from that, there's that. So then you have this other zipper section here. All right, this does not lead into the main compartment, but I just have a wipes, you know, whatever. Hygiene stuff will go in there for me. And that will zip right back up. And then you have the main compartment on the inside. Super simple, all right? It's just an open bag, open fucking pocket, right? And then you have like a netting mesh area for, I guess, your camelback bladder would go back here. And then right here in the zipper, if you pull that zipper down, it's gonna expose what's like a hard frame. So it's just a piece of plastic. If you're familiar with like the Army's assault packs, they all have these fucking plastic backers that kind of give the pack like rigidness, right? This one's pretty solid. It's not like overdone like some of the assault packs. But you also have a little hook and loop here for your tubes, for your camelback letters, whatever. So that is essentially like just a super raw rundown of the Eagle Yote. I do want to know that on the sides and top, there is loop all the way around, right? And then on the bottom, there are 4 little sections of loop there. You can route, you know, if you want to, your straps through, whatever. Sorry, my hands are getting all fucking dusty. Just this bag's decrepit. But anyway, so let me talk about this bag and like why I feel everyone and their mom should have this bag. So a lot of dudes, you know, for like 24 hours, 48 and 72 hour ops, like they're carrying bigger assault packs than this. Some guys will look at this and be like, oh, that's just for like, you take that on like a, you know, a patrol or something like that, right? Where you're just going, you're leaving the patrol base, you're just going out, taking a look, whatever. I have used this fucking bag for like, I think the most I've ever ran it was maybe 72 hours. It can be pretty miserable depending on how you set your shit up. It was definitely miserable the first time I did it. It wasn't intentional. I was at the time a Carl G gunner, and I was a fucking private, and I didn't know I was supposed to grab my ruck, even though I had a Carl G on my back. I was like, oh, well, somebody will tell me. And yeah, dumbass. So I did have this, and what I did was, I think at the time it was the AT4 Carl G 102. I got the AT4, I think it was AT4, and I kind of just slapped it in here like that. And then I just buckled these fucking buckles above it. And I just had this long ass AT4 kind of hanging out like this initially. And it was super fucking comfortable. Like, I didn't feel it at all. Obviously, aside from like brick and brush, like this shit was hard. No one's brick and brush with an AT4 like horizontally. But when you're like, you know, just doing these long ass movements up the mountains or whatever, this is absolutely something you can do. Eventually, I would do like, I had this jerry rigged ass thing where I clipped it to the side using this clip and this clip, and it kind of hung like that, vertically. But anyway, that's just like one capability, right? Is the ability to carry like munitions comfortably with this little ass fucking bag, so you don't have to use a whole ass sling. Additionally, what I was doing was getting a tarp and then like my whoopee, rolling them up like a taco and shoving them underneath this fucking, under these hooks right here. And it kind of stuck out a little bit. It's kind of fat. But once you cinched it down and you wrap the whoopee in a tarp, obviously so it's protected, you have a fucking sleep system. Like, just boom, fucking tarp whoopee. What the hell else do you need? And you got it attached to your assault pack. No big deal. You can load these bitches up with snacks. Boom, there's your sustainment, or MREs or whatever. You know, field strip it MRE, plop it on the sides, put your snacks in here or whatever. At one point I had a hard case And I put the hard case in there, and I would put like my, you know, chargers or batteries or whatever the fuck else I needed in there. My phone, if we had our phones with us, which wasn't very often. Like I said, depending on what we were doing. But that would go in there. Hand warmers are going in here. Toiletries, wipies, toothbrush, razor, all that bullshit's going in here. It's safe, it's snug, it's out of the way. It's not gonna get mixed up with my bullshit. All right. And then in here, if you needed to carry like those gray stuff sacks, you could put one in there. I mean, it's a fucking massive sack, right? My fucking water heater turning on. It's a massive sack, so you can put whatever you need to in here. Or, hell, you don't need to fill it up, right? Not every bag needs to be filled. Right? So, you can leave it empty. And then you have your inside. So, I wasn't really put my bladder in this fucking net. I found it was too much of a pain in the ass. I would just slap it inside the main compartment and then throw a bunch of water bottles and Capri Suns in there. And that was like what I was running. If somebody gave me like a ASIP radio, you know, sometimes I would slap it in there with my fucking water. But more than likely, if I was running the ASIP, I actually put it in this big ass sack because we would, you know, I had the man pack and somebody would give it to me like, hey, carry this, and I was using it, and somebody would fucking ask for it back. And if you put it on the inside, you have to route the antenna like through this bitch ass hole right in there, right? And that's a pain in the ass. You can see I was ripping shit. So I just ran it in the big sack. Anything goes in the big sack, right? So that is kind of here's a tag. Boom. Can't even fucking read it. But that is the fucking beaver tail assault pack in a nutshell. All right. If you're an infantryman and you don't know what assault pack to get, I'm telling you, this is the fucking bag. All right. Now, granted, I was mech infantry. All right. I'm pretty sure for dudes that are carrying assault packs, you know, in their fucking ruck or on top of their ruck, this is small enough to be feasible for that. It's not very big, you know, like I have an M4 magazine here for comparison. Okay. We'll go ahead and do grunt math. Okay. It's about maybe 2 M4 mags, almost fucking, yeah, almost just 2.5 M4 mags high and about 2 M4 mags long. Anyway, I hope you guys like the video. Please, if you do enjoy the video, drop a fucking comment down. If you don't enjoy the video, then fucking go fuck yourself. Other than that, y'all have a good one. Stay sharp, and thanks for tuning in.